Hello students, welcome to this 12th lecture of the kinetic theory of the gases and the radiation. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the problem based on the Mayer's relation, and we have after that once again we have derived the relation for the Mayer's relation, the expression for the Mayer's relation. So in this video we are going to discuss about few problems which are based on the particular point, and that point we will also revise for your better understanding. So let's start. So students, the first problem that we are going to discuss is, you can see on your screen, the difference between the two molar specific heats of the gas is 8000 joule, kg raised to minus 1, Kelvin raised to minus 1. If the ratio of the two specific heats is 1.65, calculate the two molar specific heats. Means they have given, now first of all we are writing the given terms. So they have asked the difference between the two molar specific heats is 8000 joule. Means the Cp minus Cv is equal to 8000. They have given 8000 joule, kg raised to minus 1, Kelvin raised to minus 1. And they have given the ratio of two specific heats. Means the ratio is nothing but Cp upon Cv is 1.65. So these are the only two relations that they have given us, from which we have to calculate the two molar specific heats. So if we rearrange this, Cp upon Cv is equal to 1.65. By the rearranging we can write Cp is equal to 1.65 Cv. So we can put this value of 1.65 Cv as the Cp, so the entire equation may be written as the 1.65 Cv minus Cv is equal to 8000. So again by rearranging we can write the Cv is equal to 8000 upon 0.65 is equal to 12307.69 joule, kg raised to minus 1 and Kelvin raised to minus 1. Means student, if the calculation is concerned, you can see here, you can take the Cv common term. So in bracket there will be 1.65 minus 1. So there will be the only remaining term 0.65 will be there. So the 8000 upon 0.65 is equal to Cv will be the term you can see here. So if you calculate this with the help of your log table, then the answer, the value of Cv you will get 12307.69 joule, kg raised to minus 1 into Kelvin raised to minus 1. And again if you have to calculate the value of Cp, then simply you can put in above any equation, then you will get. You can put in the above equation, that is Cp minus Cv is equal to 8000 joule, kg raised to minus 1 into Kelvin raised to minus 1. So instead of Cv you can put the value of Cv, that 12307.69, you can put the this value, and this will be Cp is equal to 8000 plus Cv. As the Cv is negative in this side of equality sign, so when you will transfer the Cv into that right side of the equality sign, then it will be get converted into the plus. So thus the Cp is equal to 8000 plus Cv. So the total value you can get the 20307.69 joule, kg raised to minus 1, Kelvin raised to minus 1. So this is how we have calculated the value of Cp and Cv, and these are the exactly asked the terms in the problems that we have calculated. Now students, those students who still not understood this problem, I will just repeat once again from the question, so all of you will be get it very easily. So the problem, we will read it again. The difference between the two molar specific heats of a gas is 8000 joule, kg raised to minus 1, Kelvin raised to minus 1. If the ratio of two specific heats is 1.65, calculate the two molar specific heats. Means students, in the first case they have given the difference between the two molar specific heats. Means there are only two molar specific heats. One is Cp and other is Cv. So the Cp is nothing but the molar specific heat at the constant pressure, and the Cv is nothing but the molar specific heat at the constant volume. So these are the two molar specific heats and they have given the difference between this Cp and Cv, which is 8000 joule. So in the mathematically we can represent it. And the next they have said, if the ratio of two specific heats is 1.65, calculate the 2 molar specific heat. Means they have given the ratio between the 2 molar specific heat, that is the Cp upon Cv is equal to 1.65. So in this way you can calculate, you can write the mathematically. So these are the two cases they have given. The first one they have given the difference between 2 molar specific heats they have given, which is 8000, and the ratio of the 2 specific heats they have given 1.65. So students, the first of all we will just writing the given terms. So in the given we can write the Cp minus Cv is equal to 8000 joule kg raised to minus 1 into Kelvin raised to minus 1, and the ratio between them given as Cp upon Cv is equal to 1.65. So this Cp upon Cv is equal to 1.65. So from this relation you can calculate the value for the Cv or the Cp. So for sake of our convenience we will simply just calculate the value of Cp, which is equal to 1.65 into Cv. So this value of Cp, which is 1.65 Cv, we will just put into above equation. Which equation? Cp minus Cv is equal to 8000 joule kg raised to minus 1 Kelvin raised to minus 1 is the equation we have calculated first. So we will just simply put the value of Cp into this above equation, then we will get 1.65 into Cv minus Cv is equal to 8000. So this will be the form of equation. Now after that student, there are two Cvs, so we will just take into common, then we will get Cv into bracket 1.65 minus 1 is equal to 8000. So that 1.65 minus 1 will be 0.65 will be remain only. So this 0.65 you can take to transfer to that side of equality sign, then the total term will be, as you can see, the Cv is equal to 8000 upon 0.65. So if you calculate with the help of log table, then you will get 12307.69 joule kg raised to minus 1 Kelvin raised to minus 1. So we have got now the value of Cv, that is the molar specific heat at the constant volume. Now simply you can put this value in the above equation, that is that equation Cp minus Cv is equal to 8000 joule kg raised to minus 1 Kelvin raised to minus 1. So if we put this value in above equation, then we will get Cp is equal to 8000 plus the value of Cv we have calculated, it is 12307.69. So if we just add them up, then you will get Cp is equal to 20307.69 joule kg raised to minus 1 Kelvin raised to minus 1. So this is the values of two molar constants that we have obtained by the given relations or the given conditions. Now students, we will see the next problem now. In the problem they have given, assuming that the temperature at the surface of the sun is 6000 degree Kelvin, is 6000 Kelvin. Now find out the size of virtual star, K, whose surface temperature is 3000 K, means 3000 Kelvin, and the power radiated by the virtual star is 25 times the power radiated by the sun. Treat both the sun and the virtual star as a black body. Means this is the condition they have given. From that, first of all, we are going to write the given terms first. Means the given terms means that is the temperature of sun is 6000 Kelvin and the temperature of that star is equal to 3000 Kelvin. Now the second case they have given, the power radiated by the star is 25 times than that of the power radiated by the sun. So this is the second condition they have given. Now by using relations that the power radiated by the sun is equal to dq by dt, means the amount of heat radiated upon that over that particular time of impact, that is dq by dt is equal to sigma into that area of sun into sigma into area of sun into fourth power of absolute temperature of the sun, which will be equal to sigma into the area will be 4 pi r square, that 4 pi r square the area of sun into fourth power of absolute temperature of the sun. So now the power radiated by the virtuous star may be given as that the power radiated by the virtuous star P star is equal to dq by dt, that the amount of heat radiated in that per time, that the particular time impact, which will be dq by dt is equal to sigma into area of that star into fourth power of absolute temperature of that star. So this will be sigma into 4 pi r square into fourth power of that absolute temperature of that star. Now the sigma is nothing but the Stefan Boltzmann constant, whose value is 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8. So simply if you take their ratios, then we will get, or that the power radiated by sun will be divided, power radiated by the star will be divided by power radiated by that sun. Then we can write their values, that sigma into 4 pi r square into t raised to 4 upon sigma 4 pi r square upon t raised to 4. So now students, the sigma will be get cancelled, the 4 pi will be, the terms will be also get cancelled, the remaining terms will be r square into t raised to 4 upon r square into t raised to 4. Now the r square into absolute temperature of that star is given as 3000, so we will simply put into the equation, and the absolute temperature of that sun has been given 6000, so it's a fourth power they have given. Now simply you can take again ratio, that is the r square of star upon r square of sun, that is the radius, square of the radius of star upon square of the radius of sun is equal to 25, means you can write the 25 into bracket 6000 raised to 4 upon 3000 raised to 4. Now which will be equal to 400, which will be equal to 400. Thus the star, the radius of star is equal to 20 times the radius of sun. Thus, so students, here we have got the size of star, which is 20 times more than the radius of that sun. So this is how we have calculated the value of radius of star. Now students, for the sake of your convenience, we will take that problem one more time so that all of you will understand. Now in the problem they have given, assuming that the temperature of the surface of sun is 6000 Kelvin and that of that surface of the star is 3000 Kelvin, and the power radiated by the virtuous star is 25 times the power radiated by the sun. Now we have to treat both of them, that star sun and the virtual star, as a black body. Now after that we have to write the given terms. So now students, we have written the given terms as, means already we have just written that the temperature of the sun is 6000 Kelvin, temperature of that star is 3000 Kelvin, and according to that given condition we have written the power radiated by the star is 25 times than the power radiated by the sun. So the P star will be equal to 25 into P sun. So this is how we have written. So after that we will be moving to the calculations. Now power radiated by the sun is equal to dq by dt is equal to sigma into a into t raised to 4. In the same way we will be calculating the value for the power radiated by the star is equal to sigma into a into t raised to 4, and we will just take their ratio, the P star upon P sun is equal to sigma into 4 pi r square t raised to 4 upon sigma into 4 pi r square t raised to 4. So simply we will just cancel the similar terms, then we will get the value 25. So the r square star upon r square sun is equal to 400. So the radius of the star is equal to 20 times the radius of sun. So this is the value of r we have obtained, and this is what we have exactly asked. So in the next video we will be discussing few new problems related to this chapter. Thank you so much.